Right. I said that I would make this video straight after the last one I just made, because I want to get this off my chest, and I'll make this very quick. These are just about some comments. I'll read out the comments. These were the comments that were made from this Yolande Kenwood. Now, I've heard of Yolande Kenwood before because I remember John Alexander Paterson and Andy Devine mentioned this person. So this is what Yolande Kenwood said on one of my videos, where someone has actually said Brian Harvey recommended this channel. I don't know if that's true or not. Be interesting if someone, a pop star, had, other than Adamant, had recommended my channel, but I don't know if it's true that Brian Harvey from East 17 recommended my channel. Right, Yolande Kenwood messaged on one of my videos about Andy Devine and Angela Power Disney, where I'm claiming that they're, that they've got cult followers. This was after Andy Devine and Angela Power Disney turned funny towards me personally, and I realised something was not right. Yolande Kenwood has commented on that video to say to me, "You have been targeted by a global Masonic group working to cover up for Sussex, especially Hastings and Eastbourne, and Kent, especially Maidstone, Tunbridge and Ashford Police, and the Sussex NHS Partnership, and 2 Lib Dem MPs, Stephen Lloyd and Norman Baker." I remember I briefly met Norman Baker when I was a child in Seaford. He's the MP for Lewis, isn't he? I met him outside my primary school in Seaford when I was a child. They run Carol Wood's psyops with him, i.e. Carol Woods versus Yolande Kenwood. I don't know what that means, although I've heard of Carol Woods. I'm aware of Carol Woods. I know the ward that you and Paterson were on together in July 2019. Well, we weren't on the same ward because the men's ward and the women's ward are separate. I was there too in 2010 to cover up for serious crimes by Masons. Ugh. See, I'm still feeling very sick anyway. Let me just find the other comments. They are protecting another Bryony from Hastings, brackets, Mason Bryony Hyams, now Bryony Hadigant Daniel, Bryony HADJIDANIEL, and my ex-husband, a Mason, Nigel Peck. They are working for Eastbourne and Maidstone Police. I don't know. And the last one. Yolande Kenwood has commented on a video where I said I had a trust issue with Caroline Stevens after she talked me out of suicide. This Caroline Stevens Seeking the Truth. She asked me if I thought that John Paterson was genuine. I said yes, because I saw his tears and they were very real. But as for Caroline Stevens, this woman talked me out of suicide, then threatened me. After I took down my live chat with her, I had a problem. It got stuck. It had been left running for 7 hours, and I took it down. And then she threatened me, and all I did was ask Caroline Stevens. All I did was say, how do you know that PC Scott Franklyn Lester's name is? She gave some. She said the guy's name is Dan something or other. Can't remember. Something or other. I don't know. But who knows? I can't remember now. But it was very peculiar. And then on Facebook, she said, I put it up on Facebook. I screenshot it where she said, you want to do that. You want to be careful what you say. I'll take action against you. And yeah, so she went from a lovely lady praying for me to threatening me. There's nothing more unnerving in this world than to have someone who seems like a lovely lady and people are saying, oh, she's a Fruit Loop. And well, one person said she's a Fruit Loop and a horrible lady, but it's very unnerving. So this Yolande Kenwood has said, we learned a long time ago not to trust Caroline Stevens. She's part of the wider network that includes Angie Power Disney and Andrew Devine. Well, that's ironic because Caroline Stevens didn't have some good things to say about Angela Power Disney and Andrew Devine, and saying, oh, he's come out of prison, he'll know people, and he works for the police. And I think, oh my gosh, I don't actually care the nasty stuff. At the end of the day, you've got a vulnerable person who is just trying to survive and find, dear God, Abba Yahweh, some normal people. Where are the normal people? Because this Caroline Stevens contacted my partner's friend who works at the Foodbank, and he said he was praying for me and my partner, and he turned funny. He said we're going round in circles, and hung up. And again, it's, as I said, it's that phrase that if I had a penny for every time I've heard it, I'd be a rich lady, because I've had people from the local government ombudsman do it. But yeah, no, this Yolande Kenwood here is saying that's if it is the real Yolande Kenwood, and I think it is. I have had to live in hotels in Maidstone via this ring, and what goes on at my home. Years ago, I was added to an email group with these Masons. Well, I can't really comment on other people's. I really can't comment on other people's. I mean, I've had to be very careful. I shouldn't talk about people with too much familiarity. Ooh, whoops. And you can't talk about people with too much familiarity unless you really do know what's going on. But all I want to know is how these, you got to, call a spade is what I do. Like when I say human trafficking scam, I'm calling a spade. I'm not saying that I've been sex trafficked. I'm saying that the council have trafficked me, and there's been gang stalking, like that demented red-haired old witch who harassed me in Greg's. And I was speaking to a group of, to a couple of old men who are extremely vulnerable, who have mental health issues. And this demented woman said, "Oh, my tea on the floor." And I said, well, I think I had the tea in my hand. This was a few months ago. My coat. And I put it on the floor, and she said, "Don't put it on the floor." I've still got a virus. Excuse me. And this is what happens when people don't help you. I'm self-funding a hotel with severe disability for my safety, and I've got a virus. And adult social care continue to lie, and here I am talking about this stuff. But this horrible red-haired witch, I asked her to, she said, "Oh, you've had it easy, you have." I work, she claimed to work in the Meadowfield psychiatric unit in Worthing. Well, they have psychopaths and nutcases working in these places, so it's believable. And I disagreed with her that I hadn't had it easy, and it's none of her business anyway. And I just thought, I felt that she was going to get nasty. And I said, "Look, if you don't mind, I'm talking to these gentlemen." She said, "Well, you started it." I said, "No, I did not." I said, "Do you mind?" And this is how demented and dangerous this woman was. She got up and she said, "Right, that's it." A bit like the idiots from Police Abusing Powers. She got up and she went to the front desk. See, they want to help idiots and ex-offenders, but they don't want to help genuine people. She goes up to the desk, and I thought, oh my gosh, what is this nutter going to do? I couldn't hear what she was saying. She's harassed me. I've asked her to leave me alone, and she's got up. If this is gang stalking, if it's not gang stalking, I don't know what it is. But this woman, I don't know how I've survived everything I have. I've had so many horrific things happen. But when I went to the desk, the manageress started attacking me, saying she didn't want to hear, and she was smiling. And one of the employees that I used to like, he didn't want to get involved, and I saw a change in him. But thankfully, the security turned up, and I said to Dan, the security guard, I said, "This woman she's crazy. She's crazy. She's just harassed me." And he said, "Yeah, I don't understand what's going on. The way she was complaining as if you come at her with a knife." I said, "I know." But anyway, so Greg's head office gave me a £10 voucher, but I didn't want a £10 voucher. I didn't want a £10 voucher for Greg's. I wanted a serious apology about this nutcase. And I never Eastbourne Greg's didn't apologize to me. The psychiatric unit, well, you're not going to get anything from them. I mean, oh, by the way, and yeah, Yolande Kenwood, you're not wrong, because I tell you what, if Andy Devine thinks it's wrong for me to put all my recordings up, well, what about his live phone calls to the CQC where they were hanging up? It's in public interest. All of this is in public interest. A journalist could record a conversation without someone's permission and sell it to the papers if it's in public interest. So there are loopholes. I know I've slightly changed this subject there, but there are things really making me angry. Everything's making me angry. That woman was glaring at me from a bench as I walked past, and I was with Darren the other day. She was looking at me, and I thought, I can't not say anything. So I said to her, I said, so you work in the Meadowfield psychiatric unit, something like that. And I said, so I get beaten by the police and nursing assistants and then human trafficked onto a property that I'm keeping away from for my safety, where I've been attacked, where at the council meeting minutes, all these individuals are, the CFO was there, Katie Dawkins was there, my housing officer, another one who left his job, his manageress was there. His manageress, Katie Dawkins, didn't want to speak to me. But all these people that were at the meeting, including members of the council, and they knew that criminals were being sent from Brighton and being put up in these hotels. That is why there are certain people, I didn't realise, perhaps in all my naivety, that the people who'd be watching police abusing powers, that some of them might just be criminals themselves, police protected criminals. Does that show naivety on my part? Maybe it does. But as we know, the criminal justice system, they're the ones that get it easy. Those of us who are genuine vulnerable people, who spent our whole lives abiding by the law, getting walked all over. I mean, I'm not saying that people who take drugs and drink and all that are bad people, because technically speaking, I should be doing that, but I don't. I've never taken drugs. I don't drink. I don't even smoke. What the hell? But, you know, technically speaking, I should be lying in a ditch, but that's a testament to myself and my survival. But where I have asked for help, I've been failed. So I've never known such utter cowardly behavior from people such as, you know, I thought, well, it just goes to show I was wrong about Dan, and I was wrong about Tina. I was wrong about Dan from Police Abusing Powers. Even my partner said, is he willing to speak to me then? Because if you want to criticize my partner for being emotionally abusive, when he's the only person who's been there for me, apart from my lady witness, who is a witness who was attacked in the street for trying to help me and is trying to recover from cancer. And I've got no one else to turn to because I've exhausted all avenues. I get absolutely nothing. My lady witness even came with me to a meeting at St Mary's House, and I'm sick of it. Oh, we'll do a professionals meeting. No, I've heard it all before. It's lies, 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 fobbing off. Papers and papers, all these poor trees that are being cut down to have lies typed up, lies and fobbing off. I feel like I'm dying here. I feel like I'm dying in this hotel. I've been lying here having suicidal thoughts. But I've also had a virus. I've been told to get a COVID test. I'm haven't even been well enough to get out I'm self-funding a hotel I can't afford to fund much longer for my safety. I was born in this country. I've got evidence of being attacked and all these crimes committed against me. And these fake people who falsely offer services that don't exist. You have to ask yourself, what is the spirit behind what they're doing? Because they're going to be found out, whatever it is. Anyway, that's me done, really. That's really all I wanted to say. I've said everything in the last video about Tina Che falsely offering her services, and maybe Yolande Kenwood is, if it is Yolande Kenwood, it looks like it is. I looked her up, and it looks like it's those comments are from her and not from someone pretending to be her. So yes, she claims to be a victim of this global Masonic network operating in Sussex and Kent. And Councillor Robin Maxted wasn't interested in listening to me or my lady witness. Neither was Stephen Holt, that silly boy that's been ordained. Wonder which God he... Man of God. What does man of God mean? God is not a name. Yahweh's a name. Hashatan is the enemy's name. But Yahweh is the name we're supposed to, the name above all names that we're supposed to. But which God indeed? Yeah, anyway, so there we are. There we are. I'd like my lady witness to see this video. Because my head has been in a very dark place, and I really hope she's all right, and I hope if you do get to see this, I know I'm making this a bit long now. It's nearly 23 minutes long. I'm trying to make my videos. I'd like to make my videos 15 minutes maximum, because they go on and on and on. But I don't know what I would do without you, having you to text. But I'm in an extremely dark place. I know I'm not well, but it's just I can't do it. I just can't. I honestly can't do it. I've tried so many law firms that are full to capacity, and I've been messed around by a discrimination clerk and a discrimination manageress from Civil Legal Advice a few years ago. And they said, it has to be within the 6 months of you being... It's just absolute nonsense. And I said, yes, it is within the 6 months. This was in 2019. I opened the discrimination case in February 2019, and then it was February, March, April, May, June, July, August, exactly 6 months within the deadline that I opened the case. And I'd been arrested. I'd been dragged into the psychiatric unit, then 4 months later dragged out of there. So I'd opened the discrimination case 2 months before I was dragged into the psychiatric unit in handcuffs. and Councillor Robin Maxted had failed me. So this Ariana manager discrimination clerk and the manager discrimination manageress. I made so many notes. There are people out there, there are criminals who've laughed and said, you know, it's you good, honest people, you get it so hard, you end up murdering someone and all this sort of thing, and you lose self-control. Whereas us criminals, we have it easy. I just remember what that man said at the Saffron. It was just sickening. But Juliet, if you can, I just hope you can hear this and see this, because this is why I've given up on praying. I just feel I've given up. So yeah, there we are. Okay, that's me done.